All right, guys, it's lunchtime. Figured we'd talk about snatch blocks since we've shown a couple videos on that the last couple days. But what is important to know is the size of your snatch block sheave. Okay, not only is the tonnage important, but the sheave size. What is the sheave? The sheave is this tiny little pulley wheel right in here. Now, why do you need to know that? Because what happens is this is a 2-ton snatch block. It is designed for 3/8 wire rope, but if your wire rope bends like this, too tight over the top of the sheave, then what it'll actually do is create more resistance on your wire rope, and it will also damage your wire rope. You see wire ropes that have kinks, bends, flat spots, things of that nature. A lot of times it's because they're using the improper sheave for their wire rope. So there's two factors that are important: the sheave size and then also the groove. So the groove is important because it needs to be designed for the wire rope size that you're using. The second thing is the sheave size. So you should be running a 12-to-1 ratio to your wire rope size. So if you have a 3/8 wire rope, you should be actually running a 4.5 wheel sheave head. So that means you should actually be using this for your standard duty carriers. Most people buy this guy, but it's one of those things that it depends how much weight you're pulling and where you're pulling. Are you pulling on an angular pull and things of that nature? But at the end of the day, the minimum requirement is 12-to-1. The ANSI regulations actually requires a 16-to-1 ratio for safe pulling. But in our industry, we typically use a 12-to-1 ratio. So what does that mean for your 3/4 snatch blocks? Or your three-quarter wire rope? Your 3/4 wire rope should be using a minimum of a 9-inch snatch block. So a 10-inch sheave is a very optimal usage for your 3/4 wire rope, and then it goes down from there. But you need to pay attention to it, because if you're using too small of a snatch block, it's going to bend and then also create resistance to your load. So doing that pull we've done the last 4 days or 3 days that you guys have watched, you need to make sure that based on your pull, your angle, or what we would call veer angle, that you're not putting too much resistance on your snatch blocks. But you need to know the sheave size, and then also make sure that the groove is cut properly, things of that nature. But most manufacturers do a great job on that. So again, snatch blocks are important, tonnage is important, sheave size is important, and then also how they're designed. Okay guys, have a great lunch, take it easy.